Hey, it's Aaron from GameEnthus.com, and this time I'm checking out Quests and Cannons. Quests and Canyons, The Risen Islands is from Short Hop Games. It was designed by Eric and Shannon Geller with art from various people whose names will certainly be in the description below. In Quests and Canyons, I keep saying Quests and Canyons. I don't know why. Quests and Cannons, The Risen Islands. A quick summary of the backdrop is between these three different kingdoms, there's a large sea, large body of water, and these islands just kind of rise out of nowhere. And each different kingdom is going to send different champions to explore those islands and bring back resources and complete quests. It plays from 1 to 6 players for about 20 minutes estimate per player for a game, and it's for ages 14 and up. Let's see what Quests and Cannons is all about. Okay, so there's quite a few components that comprise Quests and Cannons. So I'm going to start off actually on your ships. The whole goal of the game is to get the requisite number of prestige points. So this is a 2-player setup, and the tiles here are going to be different based on how many players you have. So on a single player, it'll be very similar to a 2-player setup, but actually this is a 2-player setup where basically one kingdom is out of it and the other is clearly, and the other 2 are in play. And your scoring tracker is going to be down here. So there's little tokens here you can move down as you score points. And points are going to come from map clues. So map clues are things like, well, like King's Helmet. King's Helmet is here. Well, like King's Helmet, spend $1 to complete this clue, then draw a new map clue and either gain a point or a loot card. So the only way to get map clues is to acquire spices, and you would trade in a spice and $3, 3 coins to a trading post. And in a 2-player game, there's only 1 trading post. It's actually right here. Not quite in the center, but equidistant from ideally from where both players will be coming from. There's also loot cards, which are sometimes actual buffs to your ship. Okay, this one says Restrike Cannon. This is a ship equip. Usually ship equips are blue, and the one-time use ones are going to be in red. You can only have a maximum of 3 loot cards, 3 map clues at once, and I think 3 quests. This is a prototype. I want to make sure I reiterate that. So everything you're seeing here in terms of art and components is not necessarily indicative of what the final product is going to be. You have loot cards here and you have quest cards. So quest cards say things like Legends of the Deep. Ancient legends tell of monstrous creatures that live in the depths of the sea. With your ship beset by storms, a crew begins to fear that they are under attack by them. Maintain control of your crew. This is a good one because as I go over traversal, this will make a lot more sense. Some of the clues are deliver X number of resources to one of the actual, well, actually any of the actual locations, like one of these 3 locations here. So you have the Windshear Retreat, the Boulder Point Stronghold, or the Scrollbound Librarium. So some of them are like sort of like fetch quests, like get these, along the way or whatever, get these items and bring them here. Other ones are just, hey, successfully traverse the treacherous sea, and you earn a point and 2 coins. But as you can see, you earn a little bit more for more of the fetch quest type stuff, where you earn 2 points, a loot card, and money. Some of them are like 3 or 4 points, like this one. This one, if you deliver lumber and spice to the Boulder Point Stronghold, meaning you get to this actual, if you get to this space here, you would earn 3 prosperity. Prosperity points are the points here, a loot card, and 3 coins. So in terms of traversal, these question marks here are going to be on all the different islands, not the trading post, all the different islands and land formations in the sea here. And they're going to be comprised of the items that are here, which are going to be spice, gems, metal, lumber, and canvas. Those are the various resources that you're going to get based on these tokens here. These are all the same thing. When you arrive to a location on your ship, you can spend an action to take one of those resources if you wish. You don't have to. There's nothing that says you have to do it. There's 4 lumber, 4 metal, 4 canvas, but then there's 3 spice and there's 3 gems. Arrive to an island, you flip over with the resources. This one happens to be spice. And if you are the first ship to get there and uncover what's there, you just get a single coin just for being the first to gather at that particular location. Also, it's worth saying that if you end your turn at an island, you also get to pick up a quest card. Very important. You can have a max of 3. So if you have more than 3 at the end of your turn, you have to discard down to 3. You also have sails on your ships here. You have 3 actions, so use your action points. You can keep track here. You have sails. Sails can be used in conjunction with a movement action. So theoretically, you can kind of move up to 5 spaces in a turn, though you only have 3 actions. Because if you combine a sail with 2 actions to move, then you can go 4 spaces. And then if you want to just move for the last action, that's a total of 5. So you can move a total of 5 spaces with some limitations. So in terms of traversal, these darker places here are called stormy seas, and they're going to require 2 actions to get through, or an action and a sail. So they require more to get through. And these areas here are just blocked out. You can't get through them. You can't do anything with them, essentially. And you see the tentacles that are visible here. These are called treachery. And that quest I showed you earlier was simple. You really just get, you can earn a simple point and some rewards just for getting through it if you happen to have that quest in your hand. What that means is you would pick up your blue die and you'd roll it. And if you get 1 through 3, you take a damage. And you see you have hearts here, like the health of your ship. You take a damage, you would block out your damage with one of those. So if you roll 1 through 3, you would take a damage. But one of the nice things is if that happens to you, the first time it happens, there's a +1 here. You would get a bonus. So the next time you roll through a treacherous sea, you could add 1 point to whatever you roll on your die. So sort of a little boost to try to get you through. And if you happen to get damaged again, you would get a +2 bonus next time you roll through a treacherous sea, which is the tentacles, because tentacles can be treacherous, so I've heard. So sails, you see one side is the sails are full and then they are not.
How about the sales department is the sales?
There's also a wide variety of characters you can pick, a decent number. The game plays up to 6, so there's a lot here. It's a solo game and it plays up to 6, so there's a lot going on here. Let me just show you this character. This is Furia Mistwing. Let me show you her stuff here. And she has some special abilities. And if you look on the right side, it shows you everything you're going to start with. So she starts with 2 sails, 1 cannon, only 2 empty cargo spots, and then you have the max next to it. So you can see where you can upgrade to get to be able to carry more. And her ship has 5 health, and she has some abilities. So one of them is once on your turn, you may discard a loot card from your hand and move 2 spaces. That's pretty cool. And her second ability is Song of the Wind. Once per turn, you may sail without spending an action point to move first. That is pretty clutch. So she can kind of move 6 spaces. And we have another character here. These are sort of the beginner characters that were suggested by the designer. And the beginner character, this one is Lyra Lorcan. And her abilities are once on your turn, you may discard a loot card from your hand. to exchange a resource in your cargo for lumber, canvas, or metal. So they're the core resources of the game. And then once per turn, if you complete this map clue, if you complete a map clue, you may gain 2 coins. So characters have different abilities. I chose these two as they're sort of these starter characters. And you see they both have 1 cannon each, which goes along with what they have based on their actual cards. And cannons they come in fired and no fired. Little, yellow, cannony. Coins go here. Cargo. So we have 2 open spots. The rest are just full of whatever. Let's say they're full of boxes of cereal. Why? Because I just chose boxes of cereal because I'm weird. But the trading post. So for the trading posts, trading post is here. You are able to trade 2 of anything for 1 of anything. And if you trade in gems plus 3 coins, you can get a loot card. If you trade in spice plus 3 coins, you can take a map card. Nice thing about map cards are they sort of stack. When you complete a map card, you take another one. So if you're completing them, you always sort of have one. And what's nice is you can complete the map clues on the way to completing a quest for a card that you already have. So you can sort of earn a little bit of points on the way to earn more points. So that's that. And the free actions are you can trade in canvas, lumber, or metal for a coin, spice or gem for 2 coins. These are the free selling actions. All the trading post stuff is free, excuse me. And then 1 loot card or map clue for 3 coins. These are the outposts, the places that sort of represent like how you gain access to the one of the 3 kingdoms. So at an outpost, you can buy ammo, sell resources, loot cards, or map clues without spending actions. You can upgrade your ship. So metal plus 3 coins will get you an additional cannon. Lumber plus 3 coins will get you an additional cargo slot where you just remove one of these boxes and then you have more space to store things. Keep in mind, you do have a maximum of spaces. So Lira's is 4, Fira's is 3. So all things are not necessarily equal in terms of the character's resources and the ability to store resources. Repairing. So you can repair your ship at an outpost by spending 3 coins per hull damage. So each heart is a hull damage, but it is repairable. It's going to cost you. That's kind of it. Trading posts are explained. You can trade stuff with trading posts. And starting spaces, which are these here, only 2 that are accessible, you can freely repair your ship, buy ammo, sell resources, loot cards, or map clues. You cannot be attacked while you are on starting spaces or outposts. Okay, so attacking. When 2 ships are on the same space, they can choose to attack. Okay. They can choose to attack if they wish, in which case you would roll 1 die for your full set of cannons. Now our full set happens to just be 1 for each of us. So every 4 pips that comes up, you would do 1 damage to your enemy. So if you get more, so let's say we maxed out our cannons, both of us maxed out at 3. So if I had 3 cannons, that means I could roll 3 dice. And let's say I got 3 6s. So that's 18. So every hull damage is every 4 pips is a hull damage. So yeah, you do the math. You can really put a hurting on your enemies. But you start off with 1. Well, these 2 start off with 1 cannon, so they're not going to be doing a ton of damage up front, but as the game goes on, they will be doing more. And I've talked a lot about everything here. Let me just kind of show you how a couple of turns might go. Okay, so it's my turn. I have 3 actions, and I have 2 full sails. So I'm going to use an action, and I'm going to go to this island, which is Lettuce Sands. I'm going to flip this over, and there are spices at Lettuce Sands. So I'm going to use an additional action to take the spices. So have the spices and put them in my ship. And I still have 2 sails and an additional action. So, I wonder if I should have gone here first and then come back. That's okay. So I'm going to spend an action to move here. No, I have no act. Well, I'm spending an action and a sail to move 2 spaces from here. So 1, 2, and I end up at Lotus Gulf. That's just where I end up. So because I ended up on an island, I'm going to take a quest card. The importance and perfection of sail making has never been greater. The scholars wish to study the science of it, but they need the materials. So my objective is to deliver metal and canvas to the Boulder Point Stronghold or the Scrollbound Librarium, and my reward for completing this quest would be 2 points, 1 loot card, and 2 coins. So, oh, I should have also mentioned, excuse me, to add, I mentioned adding more storage. I mentioned getting more cannons, getting a 3rd sail. You can get a 3rd sail. You can only have 3. You can only 3 spaces. That's why I just put 2 over here. So you might do if you're playing with 2 people. In order to get that 3rd sail, sails also reset when your turn is over. Turn in canvas at one of the outposts. You would turn in canvas, 3 coins, and you can upgrade your sail and add an additional sail. So I will put this, I wish it could be on camera a little bit better, but I'll just put it right there. And that is their turn. Now I'm going to play for this player here. What are they going to do? Okay, they're also going to spend an action to go to Birdie Cove. I'm going to flip this over. Oh, you know, I forgot to take a point because I was the first person to discover spices here. I do get a coin for that. Not a point, I get a coin. Same for this player here. They were the first. If you flip this over, you get a coin. I think it's just flipping it over. I don't know if it's flipping it over, and I don't think you have to get it. I think you just have to flip it over, I think. So they're going to get a gem. These are useful, don't get me wrong, but usually the quests revolve around lumber, metal, canvas, you know. But anyway, that's okay. So they spent a 2nd action to acquire the gems. They didn't have to, but they did. And so they have 1 additional action and 2 sails. So they can basically move 2 more spaces. So they're going to go 1, 2. And they're ending their turn on an island. So they get a quest card. All right, back over to this player. This player is surrounded by stormy seas. They don't necessarily have to do anything with it right now. They're actually on an island. So what they're going to do is they are going to spend an action to uncover what's on the island they're on. And yay, look at it. It's canvas. So they're going to spend an additional action to get the canvas and bring it into their ship. Now, I only have 2 spaces here. So if it turns out that I need to dump something in order to get, let's say I get here and I really want what's here at Staghorn Reef, I can just dump the spice and just swap it out. So I do have that option. I mean, dumping things into you know, the ocean, the sea can have no negative effect on anything, right? So just dump it in there. It'll all just dissolve and everybody will be happy. Message. I have 2 actions left. So I'm going to incorporate an action with a sail. And I'm going to move 2 spaces to Staghorn Reef and spend my last action. And there is lumber here. And of course, I'm forgetting that when I uncover something, I'm supposed to get coins for it. So I have 6 coins. Yay me. Okay, now up to this player here. They are going to spend an action to uncover what's at the Conch Atoll. And there's canvas there. So they're going to take some canvas They're also going to get a single coin for uncovering it. Yeah. So they spent an action, and no, they need to get through here. They have 2 actions and 2 sails. So they can get through the stormy sea by spending an action, a sail and an action to get through the stormy seas. And they did. And while they're there, they're going to uncover lumber, which will get them a coin. So I mean, that was 1, 2, 3. Okay, so if I have no more actions left, I'm just going to dump this and take the lumber instead of the canvas. And of course, I did not really look at what their quests are. Oh, they need gems and metal. Oops. Maybe they should have held on to that. All right. Well, never mind. They're gonna hang on to that, so because they have that already. And they're also ending. I forgot. I'm ending on a. When you end on a island, you're supposed to get a card, which I did that from before. So, yeah. Okay, so now this one actually is lumber and gems. So maybe they do spend that last action point to, excuse me. Yeah, I'm cheating here. So they have lumber and gems. So, yeah. And this quest is to deliver gems and lumber to the Windshear Retreat or the Scroll-bound Librarium. I'm having a hard time pronouncing that, but I am. This quest is called A Shady Deal. The objective is gems and coins. Oh, this was actually trade for loot. So trade in gems for 3 coins at any trading post, and I'll get a point and 2 coins. I mean, the point is worth it, but why would I mean, I'm giving up 3 coins that's weird. Okay. I've already seen that one before. So now I'm back down to player 1, who's right here. And yeah, I'm probably going to focus on this quest here, which involves metal and canvas. I do have spice and canvas, so, and I'm probably going to start heading in this direction because we got to figure out where the metal is. Where the metal at? It's going to cost me 2 action points and both sails to get here. Should I do that? I'm going to. So I'm going to use both sails and 2 actions to get here because it would have cost me 4 things. So that's all gone. And then I'm going to come to King's Helmet. And that's my last action just to get to King's Helmet. And yay, it is metal. I can't pick it up right now, only because I don't have more actions left. So I can't do that. So we're back up to this player. And, you know, if I have been missing, you know, misconstruing movement actions and gathering resource actions, forgive me. Sometimes I tend to do that. Let me actually reset theirs as well. We're back up to 3. So player 2 is going to go. Now, they can get through the treacherous sea in 1 move if they roll a 4, 5, or 6. Let's see. Okay, they rolled a 6, so they get through there in a single action. So they have 2 left, and they're going to spend another action to come here, and now we're on the same space. They can attack if they wish, so they're going to spend their last action to attack me, and for some reason not to gain metal, but you know, sometimes it's like that. All right, they rolled a 5. So there's 1 set of 4 pips and a 5, so that means that player 1 is going to take a damage, and it happens. All right, back over to player 1. Player 1 is going to spend an action to return fire. They rolled a 2, nothing. They're going to spend another action to pick up the metal that's here. So So they're gonna get rid of the spice, pick up the metal, and they need to, okay, so if I head back to where if I head here, so if I go to Boulder Point Stronghold, which is here, I can turn in this quest. Okay, this will have to be their last action to get through here, to get here. Turning the quest does not cost any actions. Let's see if it'll happen. So I need to roll a 4, 5, or a 6 in order to get through the treacherous seas here to get to the outpost for Boulder Point Stronghold to turn in this quest. Let's see what's going to happen. Okay, rolled a 5. So I made it. I have no more actions, but I can turn in this quest. So I'm turning in the metal and the canvas, and I'm going to get 2 prosperity. So I'll go up to 2, and I'm going to take a loot card. I'll show you what that is in a second. And I get 2 coins. So I'll just take a 3 and get back 1. So, and I turn this quest in. So that quest is done. Okay. So what I got is the Spell Scroll of Disenchantment. This is a one-time use. Red is one-time use. Blue is like a ship buff, I guess, if you want to call it that, and can be used throughout. This says, use on your turn. Discard a ship equip card of your choice from any rival ship. So I can basically force a discard from my opponent. That's pretty neat. All right, so that was a couple of turns and sort of how Oceans and Cannons plays. So it's pretty interesting. I do like the fact that there's a nice variety of quests and mixed in with the map clues, which is kind of interesting because it's really nice when you get into a really good rhythm of completing map clues. Like if I'm completing something that Condor's Flight while I'm en route to Scrollbound Librarium, that's fantastic because I'm earning a point in gold and things here, and I'm earning 2, 3, or 4 points for completing the quest, having either picked up all the items, or if I need canvas and lumber, now I know if I sail this way, I can hit both of these and get canvas and lumber. And there's a little bit of push your luck with the treacherous seas here. You're having to roll and get 4, 5, or 6 in order to get through just using one action and not taking a damage. But that's sort of how the game plays. And like I said, it's just 2 players. There is a single player mode where there will be some AI ships out there who will move in certain ways and get in your way. And in addition to getting the points, because for the regular game and for this co-op versions too, you are because you can do like a 15 plus on some of these, so you can do a plus 15 and do it again, go up to 30 if you wish. Like I said, there's a solo mode in here, there's a co-op mode in here, there's obviously competitive, and that's how it goes. And you get into that rhythm of getting those map clues done, getting another map clue while you're on the way to do a quest, and then there's the battling. When I've played it with others, I kind of tend to lean towards being a pacifist and just sort of doing more of the set collection stuff. But there is a benefit to sinking a ship, because if you sink someone's ship, you make them lose a lot of their resources. All the resources are gone. I think they get to keep maybe 1 ship upgrade for one of their ship slots. I think they might have to give you some gold as well. So there's definitely some benefits and incentives to sinking your enemies. So if you're into that kind of thing, and you very well might be, it's a lot of fun. I did enjoy it. One of the differences between the single player and the playing with more people, I think it'd be a co-op or competitive. A single player, you want to get to 15, but you also are using one of the other unused scoring boards as like 15 turns. So you have to really maximize each turn to do as much as possible in order to win. And you also have to complete, I think, at least 6 map clues. So even if you're getting the points, if you're not getting the map clues, you still can't really win. So you got to do it all. So there's a lot of challenge in that. The game is a lot of fun. It's should be up on Kickstarter. If you think it's something that you would like, whether you want to play it by yourself, play it along with someone on the same team, play versus them, it's all here. And I mean, getting And these are, I mean, the components are really nice. Like these are really nice shit boards that short hop games went out and did. And the artwork is really nice, very colorful, very bright. Like I said, this is a prototype, so some things will change. But there's a lot here. I mean, you just got to figure out what's out there, what's the best path to take in order to complete those quests, get those points, and you'll be good. You'll be good. So anyway, that's Quests and Cannons. As I said before, it is on Kickstarter. The link will be in the description below. And I hope you enjoyed the video. Give it a thumbs up if you liked it. Give it a thumbs up even if you don't like it. Just learn to like it. I don't know. Share with a friend. Share with somebody who you think might also like these types of videos. Stay safe out there. Wear a mask. Try to get vaccinated if you can, and still wear a mask even after you're vaccinated. And yeah, be blessed.